Good day, guys, and thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. In this one, we will be talking about this bad boy. It is the Superblast 2, and I might be a bit late to the game, or rather just in time, because in less than a month, number 3 will release. And then you might be wondering, why is this relevant then? That is a good question, but once number 3 or version 3 releases, this one will definitely be on sales. And I can tell you that I have been using this for quite a while. I have been picking it up every time I want to go for actually both an easy run or a long run, or sometimes some longer runs with some tempo in them. It's a great shoe. So I won't really go into a lot about the stack height and all these kind of details. You can see them up here now, but they won't really be part of the video because those are facts that you can get from anywhere. I would more go into my personal, let's say, experience with this and how I feel about it. If you haven't seen one of my videos before, I'm a heavier runner. So how do I actually find this being a heavier runner? So first off, we'll have a look at me out running the other day, and I will be explaining a bit about my experience with the shoe.
So, the Superblast 2 is an amazing shoe, in my opinion at least. I really love to use this shoe, and if I go on my travels, then this will be the first shoe I pick. I might take a second pair, but I will always bring this one. Right now, I am at a 450-ish kilometer on this shoe, which is, I guess, about 300 miles. I'll put the right kilometer or mileage up here. Yeah, but this shoe just keeps on going. It's comfortable, it's good. You can pick up the pace a bit. I normally use it for either my slow runs. After my Nimbus died, I actually just changed it out for this one for my slow runs. And then I also use it for my long runs mostly, where I also sometimes pick up the pace to around half marathon pace, and it works great. Right now, I am actually out traveling, and I brought the shoes. I am in the middle of nowhere right now. Around a smaller harbor city with some ferries going to Norway as well. I think UK maybe also. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, then I'm a heavier runner. I'm currently at 105 kilos, and I'm not that tall in Scandinavia terms. So these shoes I can at least vouch for in regards to a heavier runner. I'm a heel striker, although I'm trying my best to go midfoot, but it's difficult to change your running form. But it's not giving me any trouble at all. If you watched my latest video, or my last video, then you will also see that I have recently been a bit injured, and right now I'm running 12 kilometers, slower run. So hopefully I will not feel that tomorrow. You'll get an update on that. In regards to the grip, I would say this is excellent. Of course, it's not a trail shoe, but I'm running in snowy conditions and it's very slippery sometimes. Of course, you have to be careful, but if you're running controlled, then it's no problem at all. So that's a big advantage of this shoe, I would say.
Right, so as I mentioned, I've been running quite a lot of kilometers or miles in this shoe here, and normally I actually wear down all my shoes way too fast. I went through a couple of Blast within the first 350 to 400 kilometers, and normally, as far as I've heard, they should be going for 500 to 600 kilometers. Might be wrong here, but that is at least what I've heard. So if you look at this shoe here, it does of course have a little bit of wear and tear. So if you look up here, right here, if you can see it, it has a bit of wear and tear here. And also at the heel here, it has a bit of wear and tear, but otherwise, it looks almost completely new. So I'm very impressed with the durability of this. It can at least give me a couple of 100 kilometers more, and that is a lot compared to what I'm used to. The shoe actually has a bit of wear here at the heel, but I guess that's my own fault for not taking off the shoes, let's say in the correct way, because I kind of slide my foot out after I run, which I guess is not the best way to take care of your shoes. But it is really amazing with the cushioning. It's really just enough cushioning. The laces is amazing. Normally in shoes I kind of have to make a double knot or something to actually keep them in place, so I don't have to tie them on the run. But this one, you never have to do that. It just sits perfectly every time I tie them down. Yeah, so generally I would say this is one of the best shoes I have ever used. I am a Asics fanboy, so I have mostly, if not almost only, run in Asics. So some of you might have other experiences with other brands that I don't know anything about. So generally, I would say this is one of the best shoes out there still. Maybe objectively, the Superblast 3 will be a better shoe. I don't know about that, but it doesn't make this one less of a good shoe, because it is amazing. So if you are, let's say, a bit thrifty, which I understand, then instead of going for the Superblast 3, then maybe after that has released, go pick up a pair of these, because they will be quite cheap compared to the Superblast 3, I believe. I'm not going to exact prices because I honestly don't know the price of the Superblast 3. It hasn't released in Denmark as of now. And this one, I don't know what the price is anywhere else than in Denmark. And I guess Denmark tends to be a bit more expensive when it comes to shoes. So, but if you are not willing to pay the price for this still, even on sale, then there is actually another good solution that I can recommend to you. So I actually just bought a new shoe for my wife, and it's this one. The Blast 5. This is also an amazing shoe. I tend to say that this is kind of the little brother to the Superblast, and you might disagree with me. If you do, put it in the comments. Let's have a discussion. But this is also an amazing shoe, as I mentioned earlier. I kind of wear these out faster than the Superblast, but it makes sense when you look at the lower price point. They're still an amazing shoe. To wrap this up, I'd say that this is definitely a shoe you should be looking at for your shoe rotation, or even if you only want to use one shoe, then this is definitely a good pick. Because you can do anything in this shoe. You could also run, for me it would be a half marathon, 10k, whatever. I guess you could also run a marathon. I don't have experience with that, so I cannot tell, I cannot say. But I would really recommend this now that it's going to be on sale. So yeah, if you liked the video, then please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.